USC, the Navy midshipmen, taking on the winners of 8 straight, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Mids offense will get the first swing of the game. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors and you've got to limit the penalties because those will kill you, Pop.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
Give to the big fullback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. On third down, going up top. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
The offense lining up for a first down play. Looking to move it through the air. Throwing right. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away.
Here they come on 2nd and 10 from the 47 after the incompletion. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And that touchdown just got this whole place going, didn't it? You got everybody doing the Irish jig. Touchdown Jesus is happy. You got the leprechaun, he's dancing. The energy in this place right now is on another level after that score. No wonder this is such a tough place to come in and try to get a win on the road.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes the Navy offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
They'll leave it with him. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. On the option. He'll pitch it. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, stick it to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Running back goes in motion. Sticks it in his belly. Tackle is made at the 44 after the 5-yard gain and the first down.
And you got to throw the fullbacks a bone occasionally, okay? Those dudes have one of the worst jobs on the field. always blocking every single play, down in, down out. When you get those situations, you can give him the ball, give him a bone, reward him for all of his hard work.
Jukes his way for more. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And the fullbacks are just big, burly, strong suckers. They got bloody knuckles, tape all over the place, and they're just lowering their shoulder, trying to hit you, trying to get positive yards, and it's exactly what he does on that play.
And he didn't squeeze it, it's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
Here come the Irish, back on offense. Lost one deep down the right side. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive.
He's loose. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. Here come the Irish again, this time doing it through the air.
And getting a little balance, right? We talked about how they like to be physical and they like to run the football. But when you get that balance going, man, it makes it easy to call plays, start to settle in, everything looking good on offense.
He makes a grab, takes it to the house. Touchdown, Irish!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders.
And the ball's on the ground. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. The option look. He'll toss it. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Runs through the tackle. And there's going to be a loss on that play, just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact. They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much. All throughout the year, all the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Notre Dame. moving. Jesse, a very productive drive last time.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Listen, guys, this is one of the top 10 passing offenses in the entire country. Maybe they're trying to catch the defense napping by going goal line and running the football. Not a lot of success on that last play. Hey, bud, get back to doing what you do best. Throw the ball.
Getting some heat. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up.
Pulls it in on the right. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
And I don't know how the offense was able to come up with that one, guys, but 4th and long, and they find a way. Everybody on defense had their eyes on the quarterback, but he was still able to just give his guy a chance, put it near his body. He makes a phenomenal effort and grab, and they keep the drive alive.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Perfect play call against the perfect defense. They came with a blitz, and the offense had the screen pass called at the right time. Running back gets it in his hands. He's got linemen out in front, getting hats on hats. You can't do it any better than that.
Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. Notre Dame now operating in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Notre Dame! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. It didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And Navy will go back on the attack. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He'll do it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They are out to send a message in this rivalry game, Jesse, and the quarterback has to keep his composure after taking a shot like that.
Man, and I've been on the receiving end of some of those hits in rivalry games. It is not fun. They hurt a whole lot more, David.
He unleashes a long one. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Navy will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Good job by the coverage team, and that's how we'll end the period. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. First down to start the drive after the break. The give to the left. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. They are perfect on 4th down so far in the first half. They'll try to make it 3 for 3. They'll go with a direct snap. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? And here comes the Navy offense, looking for a productive play on first down. The give to the fullback. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Oh, I love when you give the fullback the ball. It's kind of a dying breed. It's been taken out of most offenses. But I like when you reward him for all the unselfish plays he has to have throughout a game.
And you know what I like to see? The evolution in football. Fullbacks become a bit of a dying breed. Now you're starting to see a few sneak back in here.
It's crazy. Football's cyclical, right? The moment somebody does something else, you go the other direction and just always changing.
3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Trying play action. Going to take a shot at this DB. And that pass is intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Here come the Irish back on offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots.
Can anyone catch him? The 30. The 10. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Let's see what he can do with the return. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, bro, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Here comes the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, when you're handing off to your fullback, oftentimes these guys need some space to work so they can build up a head of steam and get the speed going, but that guy didn't have anywhere to go on that one.
And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's third down. Coming after it. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
Navy will have to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. He gets a block. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Here comes the offense on first down. He's going to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Irish! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Offense set on first down. They'll try the counter. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him, get in the backfield and make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
On the option. He'll pull it on the read. Plows through the defense. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside.
Makes the catch on the left. Nothing but green ahead. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Navy! Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Here come the Irish, back on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
On the move at the 30. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. And he intercepts it. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44. That's one of those throws. He tried to give it some touch, and as soon as it left his hand, you know he was thinking, no, 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 please bring it back. Bring it back.
As a quarterback, Reese, you got to throw the ball with conviction. Generally,
and they get the sack right out of the gate. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to throw, it's Boone. He makes the connection. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Well, the receiver was able to make the catch on the slant throw, and then he got north right away. He creased the defense with his speed, picking up extra yardage after catching the slant.
Trying to find his man on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that looked like he was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Pocket starts to collapse. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
And they get the sack just like that.
We talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game. They had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. OHIO. Ohio State is up big right now in what's shaping up to be a blowout to remember. They're up 14 over Michigan State. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
And guys, this can be a great time to look for a big play on 2nd and inches. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Throws for the tight end. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is.
He uncorks one deep. And they can't connect, a costly turnover on downs.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's 4th and short, 4th and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly. But 4th and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game.
And they're on him in a heartbeat, and down he goes. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking for a man, it's Boone. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. This would be a prodigious kick from 56 yards out and from the left side. That is no good. But a flag is down on the field, so hold on. Let's see what this is about. You must protect the kicker when he's in a defenseless position like that. That penalty is going to give the offense a 1st down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And he'll need a little distance and to bend it just right. A 41-yarder from the left hash. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. He wants to go deep. He's got it down the right side. Oh, look out. There he goes. They finally get him stopped. Man, oh, man, did he almost make a play to end this half, but stopped on a touchdown-saving tackle. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys, and I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion, and no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere, and I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Navy will kick it deep to get the second half underway. And he's going to run it back. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Here come the Irish back on offense. Line gets set, 1st down. He's looking to throw it. A little screen to the running back. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Quarterback checking off. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Going for the big play. A full dive to haul that one in. This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the route is on. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. big rivalry. Get some emotion, get some momentum on your side.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Navy will go back on the attack. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. After a good pickup on the run, it's second down. On the option. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Here on third down for this offense. To throw, it's Boone. Looking deep down the right side. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Takes the handoff. It's Payne. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And the beatdown has ensued. If he can keep putting together games like this, he might have a shot at Brady Quinn's career touchdown record of 95. All the great quarterbacks the Irish have had, guys like Joe Theismann, John Hewart, nobody's even close to that.
Yeah, and that's crazy to think about being in that kind of a company. And Notre Dame's always been a good running team. And when they find quarterbacks that have great quarterback play, then I think they start to take off to that next level. And so far, he's showing that here today.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And here comes the Navy offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Looking to throw, it's Boone. And down he goes back at the 3.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on third and long. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Navy will have to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He's got great speed. They make the stop, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. Quarterback on the keeper. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Fakes the grab on the left. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Looking to throw for it. Shakes off the tackle.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Here come the Irish back on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up. These guys are
looking to take a shot. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, these DBs better stay ready, man. I know you're losing the game by a lot right now, but this offense is still taking shots. So you've got to continue to stay ready and make plays like they were able to do on that last one, forcing the incompletion.
He's right on target. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo booster.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make...
Throws toward the end zone. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go?
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
The defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. They'll throw it to the back on the screen.
Well, this defense is extremely disciplined. Right there, 1st down screen pass. It doesn't fool them. Nice play.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looking to throw it again. Fires toward the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Ball hasn't hit the ground a lot for this QB. He's already thrown 4 TD passes. He saw a look, wanted to take another shot, and that time they just fall short with the incompletion. But this defense, they have not...
He'll take a shot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The offense batting .500 on 4th down. They're 2 for 4 so far. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's complete on the right side. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
He'll keep it himself. Touchdown, Irish! And the pummeling has started. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, and it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
The best way to do that, identify where you're... Just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes second down. They'll run the option. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's third down now. Tough sledding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on fourth down. Navy will have to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. A first down for the offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Going to take a shot. He's got it inside the 30. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
I just continue to be impressed watching this guy play. Good decision-making, very accurate. He's obviously got a lot of talent surrounding him, so no surprise with that last completion. He's now over 3,000 yards on the year.
And they'll move the chains with the first down, but that might be it for the third quarter. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. It's first down from the 11. Right back to the well. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
And they pick up just 1. It'll be 3rd and 9.
It's always fun to watch offensive creativity in the red zone. Like, how are you going to get some space for your guy? They try the toss, get him out wide, maybe get him some space. The defense was ready. Nice job falling forward, getting at least a little bit on the play.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Notre Dame right back to the line. They'll run for it on 4th down. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A long way to go for this offense. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety. So after taking the safety, they'll line up for a free kick from their own 20.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Here come the Irish back on offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. Jumped on top of the pile.
Remember back when I played for the Florida Gators, if you had 3,000 yards passing in a season, you might be an All-American. I know times have changed, but with that last completion, this guy's already over the 3,000-yard milestone this year.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field to play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
He's piled up 97 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. Buying some time. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone. Fourth quarter, huge lead. I'm not really sure why you need to take that kind of shot.
You don't. You definitely don't need to. You can run the clock. You can run the football. You can make sure that you're playing it safe and conservative. Or you can just go for rub it in your face, eat that. You know, I don't like the other coach.
And they are not making a move to the special teams. They are already 0 for 6 on fourth down. Why not go for 0 for 7? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, and the defense holds.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the fourth quarter. So you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, you got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
Spits it out to the back. He's got it. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ballgame.
Quickly to the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Wants to fire on second down. Finds his tight end. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there.
And the pass hits, picked off. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. He's going to throw deep right side. Makes the grab inside the 30. Flying down the right side. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Navy will go back on the attack. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They're bringing heat. And they got him for the sack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation. Hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. He'll try to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception.
A shot toward the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And here comes the Navy offense. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game. And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Yeah, and this defense just putting the cherry on top of the sundae. They've been all over the place. They've done a great job. Their offense has built a huge lead. We're just counting down the minutes on the clock.
Navy will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from the shadow of his goal post, he gets the punt away. Corrals it at the 45. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes.
And the ball is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. He spent his whole career in the backfield, now 40 career sacks.
That is absolutely insane. A guy that can get to the quarterback that much. You know where he's at, Palmer. He's on the end of the line of scrimmage most of the time. You're pointing to him. There's the guy we got to make sure that doesn't make the play, and he gets to the quarterback time and time again.
There are very few players, I think, in college football, David, that you need to know where they line up each and every play because they're going to disrupt everything. This guy has been that all throughout his career. 40 sacks. That is unbelievable.
They get to him as he throws. And that is interception number 3 on the day. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
Man, this defense did a perfect job understanding the situation. You know you got the lead. You know they're going to be passing. And you come after the quarterback, get the big hit. You get pressure on the quarterback, good things happen, and they make the big INT.
They'll throw it on first down. The short hands, it's Payne. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. The Irish trying to strike gold in this red zone trip. They'll throw it on first down. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious. To be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media, it's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
That's going to do it for us